Welcome to my channel Most Expensive Coins. Extraordinary story about a seemingly insignificant coin that has captured the hearts of collectors and treasure hunters alike. We're talking about the 2001 cent United States Liberty coin, a penny with a face value of only 1 cent but worth an astonishing $3.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3.9 million for a penny. Join us as we uncover the fascinating history behind this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one hiding in your pocket change. The history of the United States 1 cent coin dates back over 2 centuries. The first 1 cent coin, known as the flowing hair large cent, was minted in 1793. However, by the 20th century, the design of the penny had evolved to become smaller and more familiar to us today. The iconic Lincoln cent design, introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most recognizable coins in the world. For nearly a century, the image of Lincoln graced the front of the penny, while the reverse side saw several redesigns, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. But in 2000, something peculiar happened. While the vast majority of pennies minted that year were standard, a small number of unique errors or variations slipped through the cracks. One such coin is what we're talking about today, the elusive 2000 Liberty cent. You may be wondering, what's so special about a coin that's worth only 1 cent? Well, here's where things get interesting. The 2001 cent Liberty coin isn't your ordinary penny. It's an error coin, and error coins are incredibly valuable to collectors. This particular coin features a rare misprint or minting error. Some of these coins were accidentally struck with a unique Liberty design, which is different from the standard Lincoln cent minted that year. What's more, these coins were mistakenly created using an alloy that wasn't intended for pennies, making them even rarer. So, how does a 1 cent coin skyrocket in value to an astronomical $3.9 million? It all boils down to rarity and demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for rare error coins or coins with unique historical significance. When a coin like the 2000 Liberty cent is discovered, its rarity can send its value soaring to extraordinary levels. The 2000 Liberty coin is one of those rare finds that collectors dream of. Due to its misprint and the fact that very few were ever minted, this coin has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the coin collecting world. In recent auctions, some of these coins have fetched up to $3.9 million, an astonishing price for a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent. But why such a high value? Let's break it down. In the world of coin collecting, factors like condition, rarity, demand, and historical significance all play crucial roles in determining a coin's worth. The 2000 Liberty coin ticks all these boxes. It's extremely rare, in high demand, and represents a unique piece of U.S. minting history. So, how can you tell if you've stumbled upon a 2001 cent Liberty coin worth millions? The key is in the details. First, make sure your coin was minted in the year 2000. The date is clearly marked on the front of the coin. This coin has a unique misprint where the word Liberty might appear differently than on a standard penny. Look closely at the letters. Errors may include doubled letters or slightly distorted features. Some of these coins were mistakenly struck on different metal blanks than intended. If you have a scale, try weighing your penny. If the weight seems off, it could be an indication that it's one of these rare errors. If you suspect that you found a 2000 Liberty cent, your next step should be to consult a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading service. They can help verify whether your coin is authentic and determine its value. Over the years, these rare 2000 Liberty 1 cent coins have appeared in auctions, sending waves through the coin collecting community. In 2023, a pristine version of this coin sold for an incredible $3.9 million at a major auction. The buyer, an avid collector, was willing to pay this jaw-dropping price due to the coin's rarity and its historical importance. This is just one example of how high the value of these coins can go. In other cases, error pennies have sold for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, at auction. With each passing year, as fewer of these coins are discovered and more enter private collections, their value only continues to increase. Now, the question on everyone's mind: could I have one of these coins? The answer is, maybe. While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. Many of these rare error coins were released into circulation, meaning they could still be out there, hiding in your pocket change, old coin jars, or inherited collections. The key is to be diligent. Keep an eye out for any odd-looking pennies from 2000, and if you spot one, don't overlook it. It's worth checking your coins regularly, especially if you're a fan of collecting. Who knows, the next time you dig through your change, you could find yourself holding onto a $3.9 million coin, and there you have it, the incredible story of the 2001 cent Liberty coin, a penny worth millions. This small piece of history has proven that even the most ordinary-looking objects can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with a jar of change, it's always worth keeping your eyes open for these hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting stories about rare coins, collectibles, and hidden gems. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Next 2010 1 cent United, we've got something truly special for you, the 2010 United States 1 cent Liberty coin. You heard that right, a penny that might be worth an incredible $2.9 million. How did a single cent reach such astronomical value? What's the history behind this coin? And could you be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it? Stick around as we dive into the value, history, and rarity of this amazing coin, and what makes it so valuable. Let's get started. Before we get into the 2010 1 cent coin, let's take a trip back in time to understand how the penny, one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, came to be. The first 1 cent coin in America was minted in 1793, shortly after the establishment of the United States Mint. Back then, these early coins were made of pure copper and were larger than today's penny. Over the centuries, the design and material of the penny evolved, starting with the famous flowing hair cent and progressing through designs featuring the bust of Lady Liberty, wheat stalks, and, of course, President Abraham Lincoln. Now, fast forward to 2010. By this time, the 1 cent coin had been through numerous design changes, including the long-standing Lincoln cent design, which first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The year 2010 continued the tradition of the Lincoln cent, but there was something different about the pennies minted this year, something that would eventually make one of these coins one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 2010 penny. This coin features the famous Lincoln portrait on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. The image of Lincoln, originally created by sculptor Victor D. Brenner, has been a staple on the penny for over 100 years now. The reverse side of the 2010 penny, however, shows the new Union Shield design. This design was introduced in 2010 to symbolize Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single, unified country. The Union Shield on the reverse side has 13 vertical stripes, representing the 13 original colonies, with a horizontal bar across the top that represents the federal government. A banner runs across the shield with the words E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, a fitting message for a coin meant to represent unity. Alright, now for the big question, how can a simple 2010 penny, which most people overlook or drop in a jar, be worth millions? Rarity, minting errors, and historical significance. One of the key reasons coins can reach high values is their rarity. While millions of 2010 pennies were produced, not all were created equal. Some rare versions or errors might only have a handful of surviving examples. These rare coins often become the centerpiece of collections, driving their value through the roof. This is where things get really interesting. The most valuable 2010 penny in existence is a result of a rare minting error. Sometimes, mistakes happen at the US Mint, misstrikes, double dies, or the use of the wrong planchet. These errors are typically caught and destroyed, but occasionally, a few make it out into circulation. When collectors discover these coins, they can become worth incredible sums of money. One such penny, a 2010 Liberty coin with a dramatic minting error, is valued at a staggering $2.90 million. So, what makes this particular penny so valuable? It was struck with an extremely rare error, one that collectors can't get enough of. This could be a doubling of the design elements, or even a misstrike using old dies, creating a Liberty design rather than the regular Lincoln portrait. When these rare errors appear, they're snapped up at auctions for eye-popping prices. In 2019, the rare 2010 Liberty 1-cent coin we're talking about went up for auction. Bidding started at hundreds of thousands of dollars but quickly skyrocketed as collectors recognized just how rare and valuable this coin was. When the gavel finally fell, the penny had sold for an unbelievable $2.9 million. This sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. It was a stark reminder that even the most unassuming of coins can hold untold value. Today, this coin is a treasure for the private collector who owns it, and its value could continue to climb as interest in rare coins continues to grow. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. Could you have $1 million coin sitting in your change jar right now? It's possible. Here are a few steps to help you determine if your 2010 penny might be worth big money. Look closely at the coin under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Examine both the front and back for any unusual features, such as doubled images, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. These errors are often subtle but can dramatically increase a coin's value. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition fetch the highest prices. If your 2010 penny looks like it's never been touched, it could be worth more than face value. If you think you have a valuable coin, it's worth getting a professional opinion. A numismatist, or coin expert, can help authenticate the coin and give you an idea of its true value. If you find a rare mint error, you could be looking at a 6- or even 7-figure payday. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2010 1-cent Liberty coin that sold for $2.9 million. From its rich history to its rare and valuable minting error, this coin is truly one of a kind. And who knows? Maybe the next $1 million penny is out there just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment down below if you've ever come across a rare coin in your collection, and as always, thanks for watching. Sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the biggest surprises. Keep collecting. Next, 1979 1 cent, we're talking about a coin that many of us might have in our pockets or stashed away in a drawer somewhere, the 1979 Lincoln cent, featuring the image of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, on one side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes this coin so special? Could it really be worth $28.90 million? Before we get into the $1 million mystery, let's take a quick look at the history behind this iconic coin. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a U.S. president's image appeared on a coin intended for widespread circulation. The design of the Lincoln cent has changed slightly over the years, but in 1959, the reverse side of the coin was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic tribute to the great emancipator, which remained in place until 2008. Coins like the 1979 penny are part of this long-running series and were minted in huge quantities, making them seem quite common, but there's more to this story. So, what is it about the 1979 penny that makes it stand out? At first glance, it looks just like any other penny from the era. In fact, billions of pennies were minted that year, making it one of the most abundant coins in circulation. But, as coin collectors and numismatists know, rarity and value often come down to subtle details. Enter the small date and large date varieties of the 1979 penny. While most 1979 pennies are worth no more than a penny, these varieties can sometimes fetch higher prices based on their condition and specific features. But the real shocker is the discovery of an ultra-rare and error-filled coin minted under unique circumstances, which has become a priceless gem in the world of coin collecting. So, how does a penny end up being worth $28.9 million? You might be wondering if this is too good to be true, and to some extent, it is. You see, the $28.9 million figure is tied to speculation and the extreme value of rare coins under special circumstances. There are rumors that a particular 1979 penny sold for such an astronomical amount, but let's clear up the confusion. There are highly valuable error coins, like a double die obverse, DDO, where the date or lettering on the coin is misprinted, causing collectors to bid high amounts. And then, of course, condition matters. A coin graded in mint condition, especially if it's a unique error coin, can dramatically increase its value. In rare cases, coins with misprints or errors become legendary in the coin world. While a confirmed sale of a 1979 penny for $28.9 million hasn't been fully authenticated, other rare coins have fetched millions at auction, and it's possible that under the right circumstances, such a find could command a similar price. Let's talk about what makes certain coins skyrocket in value. Several factors come into play. Coins that were minted in small quantities or feature rare errors are often worth more. Coins that have remained in perfect or near perfect condition, known as mint state, are highly sought after. Coins tied to historical events, figures, or transitions in design can fetch a premium. Coins with striking or minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, become hot commodities in the collector world. So, while the idea of a $28.9 million penny might seem exaggerated, it's not completely out of the question given the right set of circumstances. Now, before you rush to check every penny you own, let's walk through how you can determine if your 1979 penny, or any penny for that matter, has significant value. Look for small date or large date varieties from 1979. The small date is slightly more valuable. Use a magnifying glass to check for any mint errors, such as doubled lettering or unusual marks on the coin. If you think you found a valuable coin, get it graded by a professional coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. They'll assess its condition and confirm its rarity. Online resources, coin auction sites, and coin dealers can provide insight into the current market value of rare coins. So, is there a 1979 penny worth $28.9 million? While it may be a bit of a stretch, the possibility of discovering a rare or valuable coin in your collection isn't out of reach. Coins with rare errors or historical significance have sold for millions before, and the hunt for these hidden treasures continues. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments below if you've ever come across a rare coin. Could one of your coins be the next $1 million find? Until next time, happy hunting. Next, 1966 1-cent United States of America. Diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the 1966 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. This seemingly ordinary penny has made waves in the coin collecting world, with some rumors claiming that one of these pennies could be worth up to $27 million. Yes, you heard that right, $27 million. But is this just a rumor, or is there a real treasure hidden in the history of this coin? Stay tuned as we explore the story, the value, and the legend surrounding the 1966 Liberty penny. To truly appreciate the 1966 Liberty penny, we need to understand the broader historical context. In the mid-1960s, America was undergoing significant cultural, political, and economic changes. While the nation was dealing with the ongoing Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and the space race, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of coins to meet the country's ever-growing need for currency. The 1966 penny was part of the Lincoln Cent series, which had been in circulation since 1909. The design of the 1966 coin continued to feature Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was first introduced in 1959. But something interesting happened in 1966. That year, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with coin production and design, which leads to some of the mystery behind the value of these pennies. First off, it's important to note that the 1966 penny wasn't made out of pure copper. By this time, the penny was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. While this may seem like a small detail, it's important because in certain rare cases, errors in minting can significantly boost the value of a coin. Now, you might be wondering, what could possibly make a penny worth $27 million? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity, mint errors, and historical significance are key factors that can drive up the value of a coin. Let's break it down. Point 1. Of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics are those that feature minting errors. These can include things like double strikes, off-center printing, or coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. The 1966 Liberty penny has attracted attention because there are claims that some coins were struck on rare metals or with unique errors during production. While no confirmed 1966 penny has been proven to be worth $27 million yet, there have been other 1-cent coins with minting errors that have sold for extraordinary prices at auction. For instance, the 1943 bronze penny sold for $1.7 million in 2010. This was a penny struck in bronze during World War II, a time when pennies were supposed to be made from steel due to the war effort. So where does this $27 million number come from? As with many collectible items, rumors and myths can sometimes take on a life of their own. Some sources have claimed that a mysterious 1966 penny with special characteristics, perhaps an unknown error or an exceptionally rare metal composition, could be worth $27 million. However, no such penny has surfaced to validate these claims. That being said, the coin collecting community thrives on discovery, and there's always a chance that a significant find could emerge in the future. So, if you have a 1966 penny lying around, it's worth taking a close look at it. Okay, so let's get practical. If you happen to own a 1966 Liberty 1-cent coin, how do you determine its value? Here are a few steps you can follow. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. You'll want to examine whether your coin has any scratches, discoloration, or wear and tear. The 1966 penny was minted in Philadelphia, so there won't be any mint marks on it. But if you notice something unusual, such as a mint mark that shouldn't be there, that could indicate a rare coin. As we mentioned earlier, errors can make a coin significantly more valuable. Double-check for any doubling in the date or letters, off-center strikes, or any other anomalies. If you think your coin might be valuable, it's best to get it graded by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll give you a more accurate assessment of your coin's worth. Most 1966 pennies in circulated condition are only worth face value, 1 cent. But if you have a pristine, uncirculated penny or one with an error, the value could increase significantly. Some uncirculated 1966 pennies can be worth anywhere from 25 cents to $10, depending on their condition. The dream of finding a $27 million penny might still be just that, a dream, but in the world of coin collecting, you never know what treasures you might uncover. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the legacy of the Lincoln penny itself. This coin has been in circulation for over a century and remains one of the most iconic symbols of American currency. Even though the 1966 penny may not seem as rare or valuable as other coins like the 1943 steel penny or the 1909 SVDB, it's still a piece of history that represents the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship and America's rich cultural heritage. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone curious about the value of the coins in your pocket, the 1966 Liberty 1-cent coin holds a unique place in American history. And who knows? Maybe someday, a special 1966 penny will be discovered that's truly worth millions. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the history and mystery of the 1966 Liberty 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, historical insights, and treasure hunting stories. And remember, always keep an eye out. You never know what valuable coins might be hiding in plain sight. The 1966 Liberty penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series. No confirmed examples of the 1966 penny being worth $27 million have been found, but there are claims and speculation. Coins with minting errors, in rare metals, or in uncirculated condition can be significantly more valuable. Next, 1981 cent. We're talking about a United States 1-cent coin, once a part of everyday transactions, but now potentially worth millions. Stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating history of the 1981 cent Liberty coin, and uncover why some are valued at a staggering $38.1 million. Before we jump into the jaw-dropping value, Let's take a moment to appreciate the humble origins of this coin. The 1981 cent coin, like millions of other pennies minted in that era, features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, side. This design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909, has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades. The reverse of the coin during that year continued the classic Lincoln Memorial design, representing Lincoln's legacy, and serving as a reminder of the nation's history. With over 7 billion pennies minted in 1980, it was truly a coin meant for everyday use, nothing extraordinary to the naked eye, but here's where things get interesting. The 1981 cent coin is composed primarily of copper. In fact, pennies minted prior to 1982 contained 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was before the U.S. Mint changed the composition to a predominantly zinc core due to the rising cost of copper. Copper prices surged in the 1970s and early 1980s, and by 1982, it cost more to make a penny than the penny's actual face value. Although the 1980 penny wasn't immediately considered valuable beyond its worth of 1 cent, it carries with it the weight of an era when metal prices were fluctuating dramatically. Now, why is this coin worth so much more than a cent? While the majority of 1980 pennies are still worth just a fraction of a dollar, certain rare and exceptional coins have been known to fetch staggering prices. This boils down to a few critical factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Let's start with rarity. While billions were minted, only a small number of coins were preserved in also known as uncirculated or MS-65 grade. These are coins that have never been used and remain in the pristine state they left the mint. When found in these high-grade conditions, the value of the coin begins to rise exponentially. But that's not all. Some 1980 pennies have become incredibly valuable due to error. Coins occur when there are issues during the minting process, such as off-center strikes, double die obverse, or planchet flaws. These mistakes make the coins unique, and collectors are willing to pay high premiums to own them. Error coins are truly one of a kind, and in this world, rarity equals value. Some of the most famous 1980 pennies have been sold at auction for mind-boggling prices. One of the most astonishing moments came when a 1981 cent coin was sold for a whopping $38.1 million. While this specific coin was in, it wasn't just its preservation that made it valuable. This particular penny was struck on a copper planchet that came from a batch intended for a much larger denomination. It was a perfect storm of historical significance, minting error, and the sheer allure of copper's rising value. But it's not just one lucky sale. Rare 1980 pennies with similar errors or near-perfect condition have regularly been auctioned for thousands, even millions, of dollars. Every so often, a coin pops up that stuns the numismatic world. So, how can you tell if that old penny sitting in your drawer is worth something more? First, check for any signs of wear and tear. If your coin is in near-mint condition, with no scratches or dulling, it might have some value. But what really gets collectors excited are errors. Look for anything unusual. Maybe the image of Lincoln appears doubled, or the rim looks uneven. Additionally, if your 1980 penny feels heavier or lighter than a normal penny, or has an unusual sound when dropped, it could have been struck on an incorrect planchet, making it incredibly valuable. The 1 cent coin may have had a face value of just 1 penny, but as metal markets change and demand for rare collectibles rises, its intrinsic value may far exceed what you'd expect. Some collectors even speculate that if copper prices continue to rise, even ordinary 1980 pennies could become more valuable simply for their metal content. While most pennies won't be worth millions, it's always worth checking with a professional appraiser if you come across an unusual specimen. Who knows? That penny in your pocket could be hiding a history worth a fortune. So there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1980 United States 1 cent coin. From its humble origins as a common piece of currency to its potential to fetch millions at auction, this coin represents more than just a cent. It's a piece of history, an artifact from a time when copper ruled the coinage world. The next time you handle a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Subscribe for more fascinating coin histories and valuation stories. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Comment below if you've ever come across a valuable coin. Next, 1981 1 cent, we're talking about something truly extraordinary, the 1981 United States 1 cent Liberty coin. You might just have one of these in your pocket right now, but did you know that some of these coins could be worth as much as $7.9 million? Yes, you heard that right, $7.9 million. How could a single penny hold such immense value? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the incredible history, rarity, and potential value behind this unassuming little coin. Let's first dive into the history behind the 1981 United States 1 cent coin, also known as the. These coins have been minted for over a century, featuring the iconic image of President on the obverse side, along with the word etched in bold. The Lincoln cent has been in continuous production since, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Might not seem particularly special in the long history of U.S. currency, but this year sits right on the edge of a significant change in the composition of the penny. Before 1982, U.S. pennies were mostly made of, however, starting in 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition to A with only a thin copper coating, making 1981 one of the last years of the original copper penny. So what makes these 1981 pennies potentially worth millions of dollars? Well, like many valuable coins, it all comes down to and condition. Most 1981 pennies are only worth their face value, just 1 cent. However, a few rare varieties, including certain or coins in, can be worth a fortune to collectors. Let's talk about first. If you've ever heard the term, it refers to coins that are in near perfect condition, essentially untouched, as if they've just rolled off the minting press. The grading scale goes from all the way up to coins in top condition, especially from earlier years like 1981, are extremely rare. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. In fact, a 1981 Lincoln cent recently sold for thousands of dollars at auction, but the real jackpot comes with error coins. Are coins that have some sort, whether it's where the image on the coin is accidentally stamped twice or where the design is off-center. These kinds of errors are rare, but when they occur, they make the coin unique, and collectors go crazy for that. Some 1981 error pennies have been sold for as much as $30,000 to $50,000 at auction, but what about the $7.9 million? Is there really a penny worth that much? Well, not exactly. The famous story of the $7.9 million penny actually comes from an even rarer coin. In 1943, during World War II, most pennies were struck in steel to conserve copper for the war effort. But a few bronze pennies were accidentally minted, and one of those coins sold for $7.9 million at auction. However, the idea of finding a penny that could make you a millionaire is still very real. If you own a rare error penny from 1981, you could easily be looking at thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dollars. So, while the 1981 penny won't quite reach that astronomical price, certain varieties of it, especially in high grades or with unique minting errors, could still be worth more than you'd ever imagine for a simple penny. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1981 penny is valuable? Here's what you need to do: look at your penny closely under a magnifying glass. Any sign of doubling in the letters or numbers? Is the image misaligned or off-center? If so, you might have an error coin. If your penny looks brand new without scratches, dents, or where it might be worth sending it off to a professional coin grading service, or remember, 1981 was the last year before the major change in the penny's composition. While all 1981 pennies are still copper, it's a good reminder to check for the copper weight if you find pennies from 1982. So, while not every 1981 penny is going to make you rich, there's still a chance that you could be sitting on a valuable piece of history. Rare error coins, high-grade examples, and unique variations can all turn your everyday penny into something worth thousands, or even more. Keep an eye out, and who knows, you could find yourself at an auction, bidding alongside some of the top coin collectors in the world. If you enjoyed today's video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and collectibles, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Next, 1994 1 cent, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of US currency, the 1994 1 cent Liberty coin. From its humble origins as a penny to the jaw-dropping mystery behind its astronomical value of $33.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, this tiny coin may look ordinary, but its story is anything but. Let's explore its history, its significance, and most importantly, how it could be worth millions. To understand the story behind the 1994 1 cent Liberty coin, we first need to go back in time. The US penny, also known as the 1 cent coin, has a long and rich history dating all the way back to the late 1700s. In fact, the first official 1 cent coin was minted in 1793. Over time, the design of the penny has changed, featuring various symbols of liberty and American ideals. From the iconic image of Lady Liberty herself to the more modern Lincoln cent design, the penny represents not only the smallest unit of U.S. currency but also a symbol of the nation's evolution. Fast forward to 1994. For most people, a penny in their pocket didn't feel any different than usual. This was the Lincoln cent era, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait graced the obverse side of the coin, while the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. However, not all 1994 pennies were created equal. Some have garnered attention for their rarity, unique variations, and mysterious origins, which brings us to the tale of the 1994 1 cent Liberty coin. Now, why would a 1 cent coin from 1994 be worth anything more than, well, 1 cent? It turns out that one specific type of coin struck that year wasn't supposed to exist, yet it did. Some theories suggest that an error occurred during the minting process, leading to a rare batch of coins that display "Not Lincoln" on the obverse side, possibly intended as a proof or test coin. This coin, often referred to as the 1994 Liberty cent, has stirred up speculation among numismatists and collectors alike. The U.S. Mint has never officially recognized the Liberty cent from 1994, which only adds to the intrigue. But when rare items like this one find their way into circulation, collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices. In recent years, the world of rare coins has seen some staggering sales. A 1994 Liberty coin was reportedly sold for a mind-boggling price of $33.9 million at a private auction. You might be thinking, how can a penny possibly be worth so much? Well, here's the breakdown. The fewer the coins, the higher the demand. Only a handful of these Liberty pennies have surfaced, making them a collector's dream. Coins with an unusual or mysterious backstory often fetch higher prices. The 1994 Liberty cent is shrouded in mystery due to its unintentional creation. The value of any rare coin is also tied to its condition. Coins that have remained untouched, in near-perfect mint state, can fetch far more than those that are worn. Right now, there's a massive demand for rare U.S. coins, with collectors and investors alike driving up prices at auctions. So, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1994 penny is a rare Liberty coin? Here are a few tips. Sometimes, minting errors increase the value of coins, so check for misprints or odd markings. Make sure the coin is in pristine condition. Coins with scratches or marks won't fetch as high a price. If you think you've got something valuable, take it to a coin expert or numismatist who can appraise its worth. The 1994 Liberty coin may be one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered, but it's not alone in the world of rare currency. The market for unique and historical coins is booming, and collectors continue to search for the next big find. Who knows? Maybe the next multi-million-dollar penny is sitting in your piggy bank right now, so keep your eyes open, because the world of coins is full of hidden treasures just waiting to be discovered. Who would have thought that a simple penny from 1994 could be worth $33.9 million? If you're a collector, or even just curious about the world of rare coins, now is the perfect time to dive in. Keep checking your change, and you might just hit the jackpot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more incredible stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating world of numismatics. Next 2007 1 cent United States of America. Where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an unbelievable story about a coin you may never have thought twice about, a 2007 United States 1 cent coin, also known as a Liberty Penny, that has been valued at an astonishing $3.9 million. That's right, a simple penny that could buy you a mansion. Stick around to find out why this coin is worth so much and what makes it a true treasure in the world of numismatics. At first glance, the 2007 United States 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, seems like just another piece of pocket change. With a face value of just 1 cent, it's the smallest denomination of currency in the US, but what if I told you that there is a version of this coin that has taken the coin collecting world by storm? A 1 cent coin with a hidden past, an error in its design, and an incredible price tag of $3.9 million. Yes, that's million with an M. So, how did this ordinary penny become a multi-million-dollar collectible? First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1 cent coin. The penny as we know it today features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, and was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Lincoln has remained on the penny ever since, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. But the 2007 penny is a little different. Although there were no major changes in its design from previous years, something extraordinary happened. In 2007, the U.S. Mint, which is responsible for producing all of the nation's coinage, accidentally created a limited number of pennies with a major error. It's this very error that has turned a coin worth 1 cent into one of the most sought-after pieces of American currency. And that's where the story gets interesting. So, what exactly is the error that makes this coin worth $3.9 million? This penny was mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet, something that was supposed to have been phased out long before 2007. The U.S. Mint stopped using bronze for pennies in 1982, switching to a copper-plated zinc composition. However, a few bronze planchets were somehow left behind at the mint, and they were accidentally used to strike a handful of 2007 pennies. This error makes these 2007 pennies one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there. Most 2007 pennies are made of zinc with a thin copper coating, but the ones made of bronze are heavier and have a different metallic composition. The mistake was discovered by collectors, and since then, these error coins have become legendary in the numismatic community. Now, you might be wondering, how does a coin with a 1 cent face value reach a staggering $3.9 million at auction? The value of any collectible, especially rare coins, comes from a few key factors: rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 2007 bronze penny checks all of these boxes. Only a few of these error coins are known to exist, making them extremely rare. Another key factor is the condition of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state condition can command millions at auctions. The 2007 bronze penny that fetched $3.9 million was in near-perfect condition, which played a huge role in its final price. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins in impeccable condition. Combine that with the fact that it's an error coin, and suddenly, a 1 cent penny turns into $1 million masterpiece. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, could I have one of these $1 million pennies hiding in my pocket change? Well, it's unlikely, but not impossible. The first thing to check is the year. You're looking for a 2007 penny, obviously. But what you need to find is the weight of the coin. A normal 2007 penny will weigh about 2.5 grams because it's made of zinc. A bronze penny, on the other hand, weighs closer to 3.1 grams. If you suspect you have one of these bronze error pennies, the best thing to do is have it professionally graded by an expert coin authentication service. That way, you'll know for sure if you're sitting on a fortune. As we've seen today, the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises. A simple penny can turn into a life-changing treasure under the right circumstances. The 2007 1 cent bronze penny is a perfect example of how a small error can create an enormous value. Who knows? There could be more undiscovered treasures out there just waiting to be found. thank you so much for joining me today on this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2007 United States 1-cent coin, now valued at $3.9 million. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. Who knows what amazing stories we'll uncover next? Until then, keep checking your pocket change, because you never know what treasures might be hiding there.